And the whole picture is a different one, because when the draw was made, I had different plans than today. So because normally my plans was to sit down now in Nairobi and to play tomorrow in front of 40,000 Kenyans. So the next point was that when you make the plans, even against Burundi, from the players we invited for national team, 8 was missing. They couldn't. And again, 1 more will miss against Ivory Coast. So therefore, all plans are gone broken, and we are not a country who can really replace every player. And you see now at the moment we have a team full with local players. If you ask us, an Ivorian, when was the last time a local player played in the Ivorian national team? Ask them. So, because sometimes in Kenya they dream that our home league or local league is the best in the world, but believe me, it is not, and therefore it's not easy for us. So when you look at the whole picture then you have to understand, if you are the much better team and get this goal in the last minutes, it hurts. So, and it had a psychologically effect on the team, and the last days we tried to push the team up, because if you get all the time negative news, more missing players, more this problem, of course this has also effect on the players. And therefore this situation was more psychologically a problem for us than from football side. Because from football side, I think we had more than enough chances. We controlled the game. There was not really something wrong. So, but the psychological side, we will see tomorrow how we solved it. Yeah, look, this is, you have to see like this. But when I came to Kenya, I remember that I tried to play also against strong teams. We played against Asia champion Qatar. We played against a former European champion and Olympic champion Russia. So I want, with these games, I want the boys to get some self-confidence, so that they don't feel that they are less than the other teams. So therefore, I think we will not have a real big self-confidence problem. It is like I said, if you have too many negative news all the time, this has effect on you. You know, it makes you make easier mistakes, or if you make a mistake, you think too much about it, and then you know if you think too much, the next mistake can come. So therefore, we try now with the players we have. Of course, there is a big difference in quality between us and Ivory Coast, and they have the full squad here. There is nobody missing in Ivory Coast. So we try to solve it in a way that we have a good teamwork and put our heart on the field and try our best against them. Tell now stories if I say we have to win. It's the African champion, and in this situation, plus not only the first in the group goes to the World Cup, it's also a possibility to go as second in the group. So for us it's tomorrow most important to come back as a unit, to get back our real way of our playing. You know, now boys are a little bit down psychologically, and we have to get back our self-confidence totally on the field tomorrow. So therefore the football tomorrow is more important than the result. Believe me, I have better news or information than the other ones. I'm always in contact with the boys, and you have to understand, like you said, we play against the African champion. You cannot come and bring a young boy without experience. You need somebody with experience there. So, and Cheche knows exactly what we are playing, what I have in my mind, and therefore the other options was, all of them was injured. So therefore, Cheche was anyway for me the only option. The time is not so important for me, to be honest. But the problem we have, it's like a red line, individual mistakes, you know. So if the rival have a very good combination and scores, there's nothing you can say. For example, against Russia, it was last minute, but it was a fantastic combination of France and from Russia, and we couldn't do anything. So this is more, we make it too easy. So because of individual mistakes, this makes me concerned. So this is one part of the story when I say this team has to grow. This team has to learn. And in these moments, if you have players who have not so much experience, they can do mistakes. So, and this is what cost us in the last months heavily, but we will continue with this because the main target is anyway 27, the AFCON. So therefore, this will be the players who will be there and who will be ready at the moment with the right experience in big matches also.
Well, of course, the team really wanted to take maximum points against Burundi. It was unfortunate at the end we couldn't get the 3 points, and Of course, it was a setback, but still, if you look at it, we took 1 point away from it. So I believe every game really matters. And now the team is really focused for the assignment tomorrow against Ivory Coast. Of course, they are the African champions, and they pose a different threat compared to Burundi. But then each and every game we have to plan and see how the opponent plays and try to counter them. Of course, it's not going to be an easy game, but the team is really ready for the challenge tomorrow. Of course, each and every game counts, and like I said, we really need to take maximum points. Of course, it's not an easy fixture because they are coming from 3 straight wins in the group, and we know that it's going to be an uphill task, but this is football. We are ready, we are prepared very well psychologically. This kind of fixture, they are motivational fixtures in themselves. So we are prepared and we know what task is ahead of us, and we will do everything so that we can get points tomorrow. Well, there is no fear. Like I said, when you're going to compete against the African champions, the fixture in itself is a motivation. Each and every player wants to play this kind of fixtures, because there are players who just won the Africa Cup of Nations. So we don't have any fear. And like I said, the Burundi game is past us now. We know we could have gotten the maximum points in the fixture, but we couldn't. So we have to learn from these setbacks and mistakes. But of course, tomorrow we are motivated to go out there and challenge the African champions. Well, first of all, it's not like we don't have nothing to lose. We have a lot to lose, So as much as they're African champions, we really respect that, and congratulations to them for winning the previous edition. But now this is a totally different kind of fixture, and like you said, it's quite. When you look at the previous fixture, in the last 4 games we've been winning as Harambee Stars, but now when we take a draw, it felt like a loss. So we want to reach in those levels where even if we get a draw, we feel like it's quite it's not quite the results that we wanted. But then we have a lot to lose. We can't say we don't have anything to lose, and we have to be back into the competition and into the groups. Hopefully tomorrow we are going to give a good encounter. The boys are in high spirits, and we know we are going to do well in the game.
Twende sasa tuache tu. Sasa timu
sekai